What is up, guys?
This is P.
And welcome to Not Your Daddies. Oh my God. So, welcome to official Halloween week.
Yes.
We're so excited for Friday.
It's so cool that it's on a Friday this year.
I know. I feel like it hasn't been on a Friday in forever, but it is. And you know what? It's on a Friday and we're not even doing anything.
I know. I mean, that's okay.
Yeah. I mean, we're spending time with family and friends, so I think that's like good. Can you guys guess what our costumes are?
We are the Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz. And Ruby Spears is obviously Dorothy.
Gail.
And
she's a couple tamales in her body.
I know she's actually really Ruby. But if you guys can see a little, I'm not going to call it an Easter egg, but we have Miss... we're gonna call her Elphaba, but the Wicked Witch in the back. I think that's it's kind of complete. I was gonna put Glinda too, and I brought a dress that we have that would be like Glinda-ish, and I brought an extra Ruby Spears, but I didn't want to bring the stand because I forgot it, and I was like, it would have been everybody. But I think these are gonna be our costumes for.
Yeah, I really like your costume. It's super cute.
I love yours. So
I love mine, except for the fact that once again, look at these gloves. Like the tips, I look like they have nails or something.
And that was the same thing that happened with a previous with the what was it, Lord Farquaad. Mm-hmm. My babe.
Look at these fingertips, guys.
They look super long.
If you're watching the podcast, you can see them. They look super funny.
Babe, and then I think all you needed was a little spout, and then Dorothy needed her basket and Toto, and I needed my brain, my little diploma. Mm-hmm. But I really love our costumes. I'm super excited for these. Mind you guys, right now we are filming at almost midnight, so I thought my energy was gonna be like, ugh. It was until we hit play. And then I saw our costumes. I was doing our makeup, and I was like, oh, it looks super cute.
Yeah, I really like our costumes. Oh, and then this is a size large. I think the medium would be better, but nonetheless.
I know we will link them below because if you are huge Wicked fans and you want to dress up for either like one of the Wizard of Oz characters, we can send you a link. And if you like these would be super cute.
Yeah,
not sponsored.
Really, yeah, they're super good quality, guys. They're cute.
I know. I really like them a lot.
We were debating what to use if these were going to be the official Halloween costumes for Halloween. And I think
it was between these or the Woody.
The Toy Stories.
The Toy Story ones. But I really love these. I was going to go for maybe one which was the Toy Story theme. But when I saw us together and then my baby took a selfie of us and I was like, oh, okay, I really want these. I want to do this.
And then we'll make sure our makeup looks really top notch that day.
Yeah. I think, and then with this, it's not great because I did it like in like 10 minutes, I want to say. And then I did my babes and I'll kind of do like a better. And he's probably like, yeah, you're not touching my face. I'll do my own.
No.
But, all right, so guys, so let's get right into our topics. Starting with our pit and peak. Do you want to go first, babe?
Sure. I actually have one right away.
Yeah.
My peak of the week so far. Guys, my baby is always playing Fortnite and I always come up with some excuse not to play. And the reason I didn't want to play is I thought it was going to be a lot more complicated. But now that we've been playing, we literally played all weekend long, hours at a time.
Yeah,
and
last night we went to bed so late.
Yeah, and then I even woke up super early the day after on Saturday we played almost like all day long and with the groups with Eric's friends online and everything. And then I woke up in the early Sunday morning and I'm like, I feel like playing. So I just started playing by myself and trying to level up and all these things. And I guess it's just really exciting because you get to buy skins, different characters, customize them. So once I get the hang of shooting, I think I'll feel a lot more confident. But at least now I know what I need to do and all that.
What I like about it is that the skins that they have is stuff that we like.
Yeah.
Like right now that it's Halloween, we love Halloween, obviously.
And spooky.
So they got Jason, they got Art the Clown, they got Ghostface, Black Phone.
From Black Phone.
And Wednesday. Oh my
Yeah,
God, I love
looks
Wednesday.
so cool.
So
and they just added Edward Scissorhands this week.
yeah, so when they added Edward Scissorhands, I feel like it's so nostalgic for us because it's like our time. I really wanted to watch the movie as soon as he came in. So for sure, he's next on our list. Okay, so
we need to make sure we get them this week before the month ends.
Before the month ends. Yeah. We're not big spenders in the sense of, okay, we are big spenders, but we aren't big spenders in the sense of like, we just go out and like we party or whatever. So instead we buy like stuff like for hobbies,
Our collectible stuff.
And now we have decided to kind of every other week maybe buy V-Bucks on Fortnite. If you guys don't know what Fortnite is or like what that is, it's like coins that you can buy stuff with. And this last time I feel like we splurged a little too much, but it's like worth it. But it's like because it's for both of us.
Yeah, and plus this is the first time I ever played, so
Yes.
it's not like we've been spending and spending and spending.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
but yeah.
excessive.
Yeah, excessively. Yeah, but this time it was like the big purchase. Like, we did like 100. It was like $90, but it gave us a lot, which means that we were able to get different skins. The thing about that is that when I first started playing Fortnite, I don't know if you remember when I was like, I don't know how people spend all this money without just playing.
And now he has
like,
so many things
I have
that
so
he's
many
won
things.
and bought at the same time. And I'm like, look at who is talking now. But I can see why, because it's so addicting when they have really cool characters.
It really is, and I love that we now it's something that we can do together. Like we can play together because it's. I was trying to convince him, and he was like, I don't want to. Now I feel like he's
because
like,
since I didn't know what I was going to do, and I would get so nervous. Now I still get more anxious because of like when I get confrontation with one of the other shooters or players, and I always want to kill him.
Well, I think the good thing,
I always want to shoot him.
shoot him, unalive them,
Unalive them, whatever. It's a video game.
when the good thing about the way we play is that we don't have an open mic for them, or we're not in the mode where it's like the Delulu mode where it's like
They can hear
you or you can hear them.
Yeah.
Because I've gone into there, they're so mean. Like
I probably would get
kids,
so
like,
upset.
guys, like everybody's so
Be fighting
mean.
with them.
Yes, I get super mad. I was like, I'm not going into this mode. Like, there's just as it is now. I feel like when I'm fighting others or like we're trying to eliminate each other, it's not. I can already hear what I imagine what they're saying in their head. Like I'm gonna like talking smack, and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to
we're talking
hear
smack
that.
over here, and we have our mics off. But nonetheless, yes, that's been my peak of the week. It's been really fun.
I know. I love that. Actually, I hadn't thought about that, but I think that's gonna be one of my peaks of the week where he is doing something that I love, and we can kind of do it together now. So I love that. But do you want to do your pit before I do my peak?
My pit of the week.
Everything's been going pretty good.
Yeah, everything's been pretty good. So,
our pit of the week. I'm going to say this to both of our washer went out.
oh yeah,
But I'm
out of
trying
nowhere.
To fix it. I'm trying to fix it. I don't blame it on me because I don't wash. I'll blame it on my babe because he washes all the time. He's the one who just takes care of that.
Yeah, but it was so weird because I told my baby, I've been working all weekend long. I've been washing, and then all of a sudden that last load of clothes just kind of like.
I know. So we've been testing it and stuff. He sent me a video of what we can do to fix it, whatever. And as soon as I saw the video, I was like, I think I'm just gonna hire somebody to come and check it out. But then I did do whatever it said. It still didn't work, so I kind of replaced the whole part. I feel like if I would have gotten somebody to do it, they would have charged me like $300, $400 to kind of fix it, rather than I'm getting the part and it's like $40. So hopefully it gets fixed. Hopefully I am the type of husband where it's like, I got this, but then I go to another room and I'm like looking at videos as to how to do it. But for the most part, I think I kind of get it done myself.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty good. But my peak of the week, besides him playing something that I love, I think my pet of the week is going to be
Your pit or your peak?
I mean, yeah, my peak of the week is going to be. I don't know why, but I went blank on my actual peak. I got too excited with my babe's peak because that really was a peak, and I had been thinking of mine all day, or all week, or whatever. But we'll circle back to that if if I remember, which I pretty will. I'm pretty sure I will.
You're just gonna pop up out of nowhere.
Yeah, middle of the night, I'm like, that's what it was.
You come and get the camera and do like a little side booth confessional.
That's probably going to be like a little side note. But let's move on to our Mexican phrase of the week.
We need a little maraca sound.
Well, let me see. Yeah, our sounds are not like boom. Our sounds are not like great, but
We don't have a lot of variation.
No, we don't. But we should. I wonder if I can record like some for us, like some new something that'll go like for us. But hold on. Our Mexican phrase of the week. Do you want to say it, babe?
El camarón que se duerme se lo lleva la corriente.
El camarón que se duerme se lo lleva la corriente. Okay, el camarón que se duerme se lo lleva la corriente means you snooze, you lose.
Yeah.
There's so many things for
snooze,
you
you
snooze, you lose that means in Spanish it means you snooze, you lose. Like 2 weeks ago we did one and it was el que se fue para la villa perdió su silla. You snooze, you lose. But today's is
El camarón que se duerme se lo lleva la corriente. I think and also another, like, I guess more technical term would be like in English, don't sleep on things.
Yeah,
don't you'll miss out.
I feel like that is it's a good thing to go by, where it's like don't snooze on things, because I mean
Don't wait around.
Yeah, don't wait
you
around.
miss your opportunity.
Yeah, because it's like don't procrastinate type of deal. But I think that's a pretty good one. We have more, guys. So every week we'll be make sure you guys like write them down
Jot
once
them
we're
down.
saying them.
Like Benito said, you have 4 months.
You have 4 months to learn this. Well, now it's like 3 months, but yeah.
And let's jump right into our Reddit stories, which I have one that is a very interesting situation to go by. It says here, am I the asshole for refusing to adopt my sister's daughter because she doesn't want any legal documents? I, 29-year-old female, married. My sister, 33 female, recently gave birth, and she's now a single mom after breaking up with her ex due to her bad attitude. So you can just imagine the type of sister she is, or the person she is. She came to me asking if I could raise her baby because she doesn't have enough income and has already cut ties with the father of her child. So there's going to be like a issue.
Yeah.
So it says, and mind you, this is the older sister asking the younger sister for this favor or help or whatever. The girl goes on to say, my husband loves kids and we were both happy and willing to adopt my niece since she's family. However, when we talked about the arrangements, my husband said that the adoption needs to be done legally with complete papers, so that in case anything happens, my sister would no longer have parental decision-making power over the child. We still want her to be able to visit anytime since she's the biological mother, but not to the point where she can suddenly take the child back whenever she wants.
Which she can, unless they do it legally.
Yeah, if there's no legal paperwork or anything like that. It says, I agreed with my husband, but my sister refused the legal process, claiming it was unnecessary and inconvenient, and there was no need for it since I'm her sister anyway. I told her politely that we can only adopt the child if she agrees to the legal terms. She got upset and said, I'm treating her like a stranger, not a sister. Am I the asshole?
No.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. I think in any case, it would be
smart
to do it legally, especially because anybody can just come and take your child. If you're raising their child,
and they're the biological parent of them.
So hard. I wish my sister would be like, take one of my kids.
I know.
I would have.
I mean, there's obviously a lot of red tape or whatever you want to call it, but I think number one, that would be the smartest thing because it doesn't seem like she's very responsible from the things. And then
did
her
it say
bad
if it was her first child?
No, it didn't say anything like that. And then the fact that the sister mentioned that the girl broke up with her husband or boyfriend or whatever.
Yeah.
Because of her bad attitude. So it's probably like an ongoing cycle. And then let's say she doesn't have any paperwork, takes the baby, gives the baby, takes the baby, gives the baby. It's like a lot of just back and
very
forth.
unstable environment, especially for the child.
For the child more.
I feel like in these cases, it's like set your feelings, quote unquote, aside and like think of the child. And I think the best thing, if they think the best thing for the child is to be with them, like the
I'm
sister
pretty
and the
sure. I mean,
husband.
I would think from the sounds of it that the younger sister, who's the one that was willing to adopt, sounds like she might be. I mean, she is probably more responsible and is not going to do some stupid random decision that the mom would actually end up doing.
Yeah, and we have, well, I mean, we've never been in a situation like ourselves like that where, but there we do know like people that, I mean, they'll have kids and like the moms or the dads are in and out of jail, and it's like the kid, the poor child is like with the one grandparent or the aunt or whatever, and it's like I wish it would. And then the parents come get out of jail, and then I want my kid, like I want my kid back.
Yeah.
And it's like that's where we know we've seen where it's like personally been, or not us, but like we've like family members or friends,
or whatever.
where it happens where the parents are out and I want the child, and it's like they can legally just come and get it, which I don't think is right, because I feel if you were in jail and you have like all this history, and which it's going to mean that you don't have a steady job, child neglect, or you don't have a steady job, you don't have like a good place to live, or how to provide for the child,
or drug usage, and all this stuff.
All of that. It's like, how can you come in and demand like
It's so funny how the court's always like, well, they're the biological parent, they're the biological mom.
Exactly
But she's
that.
a crackhead who's been in jail, who's popped 20 kids, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Like, that doesn't make sense.
It's very frustrating to see, especially because you're removing the child from a very, I want to say like a healthy environment to go
Loving
into
environment,
something
safe
toxic.
environment.
Yeah, it's sad.
Unfortunate.
And I hate to see that. And I wish the world was different, and I wish like you said, like the courts or government or whatever saw things differently, rather than we always strive to keep the child with biological parents, and it's not always like a good
Not
thing.
always the safest
The
or smartest
safest
thing for the
environment for
child.
them. I know.
Yeah, so that's one of mine. I
That's
have
actually
another
a really good one, babe. Good job.
To take off my gloves because my fingers were like all slipping
I
away.
just noticed. I want to take off my hat, but I'm not going to.
Maybe push it back.
No, I think it's good. It's because of the headphones. But I have one that says, although mine, I always save like in this little. I have a group with my babe like on Facebook, where I save stuff for me and him. But now I have one just for myself, because I feel like sometimes I put in there stuff that like is irrelevant to you, or like you're like, what the hell is this? So now I just kind of save stuff to myself. I'm like, oh, I want to do this. Okay, so this one, it says, am I overreacting for ending a 3-year relationship ultimately because she went to her ex's at 2 a.m. to see her dog?
What?
So the story is, my 38-year-old male, ex-fiance, 37-year-old female, and I have had a rough few days of arguing. We both work night shifts and spend nearly every day together. Honestly, probably too much time together. We even started living together after 2 to 3 months of dating. So you kind of moved in
Jumped
really
in,
fast.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, did it say how long they've been together?
Yeah, 3 years.
3 years. Okay.
3 years. When we first got together, she told me about her ex, how he did the bare minimum in the relationship, and how one specific event, which is too personal to share, made her finally leave him. I even helped her move out of his place, and she moved in with me shortly. This is relevant, actually. So she moved out of the ex to move in with him with this guy automatically 3 years ago. She lost her old dog while still with him, but she'd adopted a new one, and she always said she was a dog mom. The dog stayed with her ex, but she still visited constantly. For the past 3 years, about 6 days a week, she'd drive to her ex's house, pick up the dog, walk him, buy him food, and take him to the vet. I didn't love it, but I understood. As time went on, though, I felt like our life became about her, the dog, and her ex. Then her ex broke his arm in a bike accident, and she was the only person who could drive him to his appointments.
What?
I didn't argue. It only happened a few times, but looking back, maybe I should have. You would be dead at this point, babe. I'm sorry.
Oh my
Like
god. Oh, first of all, 6 days a week.
6 days
does
a
the guy
week?
not do it? Does he not exist?
mind you, she's taking him to the appointments at like
That too.
supposedly she's the only one to take him to be able to take him to the appointments. Once your ex is your ex, your ex is your ex. I feel
Mind
like
you, he broke his arm, not both arms.
exactly. Oh my
Anyways.
god, exactly. I didn't think about that.
Clocked.
To add to it, early in our relationship, she was still messaging a guy from high school who used to send her explicit videos. I
What?
told her clearly to block him if she wanted to be with me. She said she did. But weeks later, I saw his messages pop up on her smartwatch. When I asked, she said, "He's changed. He's just telling me about his new car."
Oh, this girl has red flags everywhere. Anyways,
Fast forward to now, she's been super flirty and bantery with a coworker.
Okay.
Even
Jeez, what a skank.
but this guy, if you know, just leave her, dude.
Yeah.
Even her best friend at work noticed and said something. I brought it up and she brushed it off, saying it's not like that. Friday, she gave me the silent treatment, which always drives me insane. Saturday, she said she was going to see her dog before work. Fine, no problem. But she ignored all 4 of my texts, asking if she got home safe. When I saw her at work, she barely said a word. Later, she accused me of being controlling because I asked why she ignored my messages. That night after work, she said she was going to grab food at McDonald's. She hadn't eaten. But by 3 a.m., she still wasn't home. My gut told me to just check at her ex's place. And sure enough, there was her car parked in the driveway at 3 a.m. I snapped a photo, sent it to her, and texted, "I'm done. Come get your stuff." She called me 20 minutes later. She said, "I'll be home soon," and hung up. Really? Like, when she got home, I had
She
already...
only did that because I sent her the picture. If not, she probably wouldn't have said anything.
Yeah, but "I'll be home soon." I just hangs up. Really, girl? When she got home, I had already packed 8 trash bags with her stuff. Clothes, meds, iPads, everything. And started yelling that I was misunderstanding and she didn't do anything. She said she was just there to see her dog. At 3 a.m. to see her dog.
Mind you, like, does her ex not work or what?
This girl. She had already seen the dog before work that same day. And we usually take him out Sunday evenings anyway.
Oh, so he does exist.
Yeah, he does
I thought for a second the guy never saw the dog. So,
No, he does exist, but supposedly this girl goes like, yeah, I guess she spends more time with the ex and the dog than her actual boyfriend.
Yeah.
Now she's saying she has to find a new place to live, and guess where she's planning to move back in? Yep.
Oh my god.
With her ex. A mutual friend even showed me a message from her saying, "I wanted to see the dog, but I also had to ask if I could move back in." So yeah, I ended it. But now I can't help but wonder, did I overreact? Or was this the final straw that had been building for years? There's no overreacting. Like, I would have, no.
Yeah,
Like,
that was way too much. Like, first of all, the whole custody thing. Like, why wouldn't she just keep the dog at her house? I don't know, 3 days a week, and then him X amount of time. And the fact that she had to go over there 6 days a week to go walk and do this, like, he's the primary owner of the dog.
Yes.
What's he doing with it?
That's
So stupid.
That's so crazy. I don't know. That's so crazy. I feel like that's so dumb. But him too, because I feel like there's so many, like you said earlier, like there's so many red flags already, and like there's so many chances that he was giving her, and she was messing it up big time.
I know.
Yeah, there's
overall,
no way.
she's a hoe.
She's a hoe. The hoes in this house. The hoes in this house.
But yeah, that's pretty crazy.
I feel like our stories this week were really good. That one was like, what the? I have to share it.
Juicy.
It was. We like the drama, guys. Other people's drama. Not
Other
ours.
people's drama. We don't have drama.
Speaking of drama, we saw this documentary on Netflix. We saw a bunch of stuff this week. By the way,
oh my god, guys, we were like,
so much stuff. But this documentary itself, it's called "The Perfect Neighbor," and there's so many mixed comments about it. And different opinions. Myself too. Like, there's like self conflict with how I feel about it. I do feel it's so. Just a little synopsis. Do you want to say it?
no, go ahead.
Okay, so The Perfect Neighbor is about an older lady who's living in a neighborhood. An older white lady who's living in this open neighborhood, and she keeps calling the cops, and I think she called them in the time period
like
from the documentary
period, right?
like 300 times.
Yeah, it was a crazy amount of times.
It was excessive. Yeah, it was because she was having trouble with her neighbors who were black, and it was like the kids were like bothering her, and she was like fighting with them, and there was like fences being torn down by her, by the way. There were people messing with her car. Or like kids were messing with her car.
It was like the neighbor from hell.
During like doing like ding dong ditch and all of that. Like it was all of that. So I do understand in the sense like that she was calling the cops a lot of that, because we all have like specific like kids, like that they'll kind of mess with your yard or your ding dong ditch or whatever, and if parents don't put a stop to it, they're going to continue doing it.
Yep.
But it turns out that this lady, in one of the altercations or like one of the confrontations, she shot one of the moms. And so the thing for that night was that, did you finish watching it?
No.
So I think halfway through or like towards the end, I might be fell asleep. So what happened that
It was
night?
like super late when we were watching it.
Super late. I was trying to make him watch stuff super late with me, but he'll fall asleep on the couch. I mean, just to have him here on the couch, it's fine. I can watch it and he can just be with me. But what happened that night is the lady apparently took one of the kids' iPads, and they had called the cops or whatever, or she was going to call the cops. But what the kid's mom went to bang on the door, and the lady shot her through the door. But she says that she was.
Wait, did she open the door and shoot
She
her?
didn't. She shot her through
shot,
the door.
Oh, okay. Oh my god.
So it could have been. I mean, I don't know what happened. I'm pretty sure like the lady was like maybe like telling her to open the door or whatever. So the lady said this lady said she was scared of the mom. But yeah, she left behind, I think it was 3 kids. 3 kids, and what I do feel super bad about is the kids' reactions, because everything you're seeing is
that's important too.
Through the
body cams,
the police body cams. So you don't know anything in between. So what I'm getting from the body cams is that the kids were being like they were bad. From what I'm getting in the body cams, because we don't get anything from her footage, or she doesn't have any footage. Like they don't have any footage
from the other either party.
Yeah, so all we're seeing is body cams. So we always see the aftermath. We don't see during. So the way she's explaining it and the way they're explaining it to me in my head before,
stories.
Yeah, to me in my head before all this happened, before all that happened with the shooting, I'm like, oh my god, these kids are so bad, because you can actually see it in the cameras where it's like they're rowdy and they're everywhere. You can tell with the cops that they're like, okay, just kind of make sure that your kids stay over here, like make sure that they stay away from her property, which they could have done, but they didn't. And I feel like there it's like, okay, you as a parent, you need to make sure that your kids leave that lady alone. But they were messing with her on purpose. And
they were antagonizing her.
And there was a lot of comments where they were saying, well, she could have moved to a senior citizen neighborhood, but why would she have to leave her house?
When it's something that's like just being a
like a
common
courtesy,
I guess is the best word.
or like a civil, be civil with each other. I feel like just mind your business. If you don't like, the lady doesn't like you, just leave her be. We don't normally talk to any of our neighbors. We try to be civil with everybody. We talk to our front door neighbor, which actually we like a lot. We do like her a lot, and we like her kids. Her kids are like, they're pretty much like running around in the neighborhoods with all the kids, and we've seen them like kind of grow up. And there was a point where it's like they would do the ding dong ditch with us, but our situation is different because we know them. Like we get along with them. If you see that this lady is not, like they're doing the ding dong ditch on her, and she's like getting mad and calling the cops, why continue?
Yeah,
like,
just say like, you know what, leave her alone. Stop bothering her. Don't go over there. Yeah.
So that one was a good one. I do recommend it.
She didn't get charged, right?
She did.
Yeah.
She got 25 years.
Okay.
She got 25 years.
I don't know why I thought she didn't.
The only thing, or one of the things that that I was like, what? Is that maybe she did, but she showed no remorse, or she was
when they showed up to
maybe
her
like
house,
in shock or something like afterwards.
I feel like she was in shock, because remember they were like, open the door, open the door. And she just opened the door, and she's just kind of like, like
Yeah.
there was no remorse, no shock, no
Like no
scared,
reaction.
no anger, no nothing.
And well, she didn't know. I don't think she knew that the other mom was dead.
How would she not know that though?
They didn't tell her. The thing is that when the cops showed up, she wasn't right in front of her door. She was like towards the end of her of her yard, like by a tree, where they were like helping her. She didn't die there on the spot. She died
Oh, like
in the
she walked
hospital.
off,
Yeah, like I guess she walked off and like kind of
collapsed somewhere, and then they
Yeah,
found that
because
they took her.
from the from the body cams, she was like over there.
Mm-hmm.
So when they took her to the hospital, and that's when they pronounced her dead. Yeah, it was sad. The whole situation, sad. It could have been avoided. I feel it could have been avoided, but it wasn't. And it just comes to show like there's everything. It's like, and I say this because I get road rage, but anything can happen. Like it's like especially with road rage, you can honk at somebody or whatever, and they
You're
can
just
get
gonna
off
catch
and
that
shoot
person
you,
on the wrong day.
which actually did happen not too long ago. An older or like a 40-year-old woman or something, she shot a young guy because he honked at her.
Here or like
It
on the
was here, I
news?
think. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I know. I was like, oh my God, I forgot to tell you about
Oh
that.
yeah, I didn't hear that about that at all.
But that was a good one. Other things that we've seen, we just saw the Welcome to Derry.
That's on HBO Max. So it's a prequel to the movies. They're kind of just expanding the It universe, different storylines, and it's still set. Well, this one's set in the 1940s, 50s or so. It's really good, guys. There's no with HBO, they're like full production, high quality TV shows, and it's barely the first episode. And I told Eric, I think it was so funny that they didn't release it like maybe at the end of September, so that way it would have ran all the way through October. But maybe they're like, it's so obvious to do that. But I mean, whatever. Everybody's gonna watch the show. Everybody loves it and horror stuff all the time.
I know, I loved it. I think maybe because, I mean, I could be totally wrong, but maybe because since they're doing like Halloween is like about the Halloween movies and all of that,
Maybe.
and all that. But it was such a good first episode.
Barely first episode, so I
Yeah.
can't imagine what else is gonna come out of
I
the
know.
show.
And we love it. We love I like the newer version more, which it's being played by the same actor.
From the
He's being
movies.
played by the same
And he's
actor.
an executive producer on the show.
Yes. Oh, it was so good. The ending to that first episode, I was like this.
That's freaky. Yeah.
And my baby was asleep, and I watched it by myself, and I was like,
I fell asleep like the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So I rewatched it and it was really good.
yeah, it was so good.
We also watched the new series on Netflix called Boots. It's about a closeted gay guy who's 18 years old, he enlisted in the Marines with his best friend who is straight. And they're going through the whole boot camp situation. A lot of crazy stuff happens. A lot of different characters. You have your likable characters, the characters you feel sorry for, the cocky characters, and then those characters that are just such douchebags that you can't stand.
It's funny they were able to
Clock all of them right away.
do a great variety of personalities and like put them in together, and they did a good job.
It's so funny because then even though the douchebag is a douchebag, you still kind of like feel for him in certain parts because of things that happen.
Yeah, and it doesn't they don't give a backstory on any of the characters besides the main character and
the best friend.
and the best friend and like one of the other, like I guess the sergeant or major or whatever. But you can tell already how some of these characters' lives were before and why they are the way they are.
And mind you, this is in the 90s when it's happening. It's based off a book called The Pink Marine. So it's I guess based on a true story situation, autobiography type of book. And in the 90s, back in the day, it was illegal to be gay, openly gay in the military, army, navy, whatever.
Which I think is so dumb.
I know.
Because if all these straight people have a problem with gay people being in the military, okay, then you go enlist in the military.
Yep.
I mean, I feel it should be irrelevant when there's somebody that's fighting for the country, no matter what it is. I feel like I hate going into these type of subjects because I get so upset. But anything having to do with like us, like gay people, like no matter what it is that we do, it always bothers somebody. Like anything that we do,
We get
bothers
bothered
them.
by so many things from other groups.
Yeah,
Yet nothing happens
like or every. I always feel like what how is our life affecting your life, or how is our journey affecting your path? What do you care about who's in the military? Now they're trying. I mean, now obviously it's legal, but now they're
trying.
they're trying
Trump
to
and all those idiots
yeah
are trying to do all that.
they're trying
With the
to reverse
transgenders
it
and everything.
And what do you care about that? What do you care about gay marriage? You're not going to go to the wedding. You're not going to be part of that marriage. You think that our life is
Out in your face.
and about. We do whatever everybody does as far as normal things.
Life, normal life.
This is not affecting you. It's not affecting your life.
Exactly.
You don't even know this person, and you're so livid and hateful towards all these people. I want to really take this time and just tell everybody to, if you see all these rage baiters, because that's what they are. I feel like there's so many people online that they'll create fake profiles just to rage bait. Ignore them, because
Or block them.
if you block them, it just don't even respond, don't even put a hate comment or an angry response or reply, nothing. Just if you ignore them, it means
They have no power.
They have no power. And
Exactly.
it's very hard to do it.
It takes
because
one person to respond back to them to give them that
they'll
little upper hand.
Sometimes they'll comment and they won't respond to people. They'll just let people comment on their stuff because they're rage baiting you. And at this point, it's like, just
Everybody
let them
falls
talk.
for it,
Like,
unfortunately.
we all fall for it, because I have too. Sometimes when I'm bored, I will respond to all these people, and I'll go back and forth and stuff. But I'm trying not to do that, because I'm trying not to give them the
exhausting.
power that they don't deserve.
Exactly.
But the series is great, by the way.
Yeah, the series is really good. Has a little bit of everything for everybody. I wasn't sure if I was going to really enjoy it because I hadn't seen the trailer to it. I had just heard about the show, but we got hooked right away with the first
Super.
with the first episode. And I have a feeling there's going to be a season 2. I hope there's a season 2. It would be kind of cool. And I feel like there's so many things that they could explore and expand on. One last thing before we move on from this subject. It's the fact that they say that we're throwing our lifestyle in their faces when, and no offense to anybody, I respect your religions, but who comes knocking on the doors? Jehovah's Witnesses, Mormons, Catholic people, all this stuff come knocking on a door every single, at least on Sundays and Saturdays they will, even during the week they will.
Yeah.
And they don't mean any harm. I totally understand that. But you're
We just
literally
want
coming to
our
somebody's
legs.
door, knocking and kind of trying to shove
Shoving
your
it in our
lifestyle in
faces.
our face. When do you see any gay people going to your, here's a brochure, I want to be gay? Come on.
We used to have this LGBT, like, or a rainbow
It
flag.
was just a rainbow mat.
It was a rainbow mat
Front door-
in the
doormat-
front door.
doormat.
One of our clients gave it to us.
Her daughter gave
Her
it to
daughter gave it to
Yeah.
us. And we had it in the front door. Nobody would stop. We
No
have cameras.
single person would knock on a door as far as like religion, like,
Yeah.
Jehovah's Witness and all that.
That we have cameras, right? So we would see them, they'd see it, turn around, and they would leave. We took it off, and oh my god! Now we always say like, oh my god, we
I
really
told my
want
babe, I'm like,
something
I'll order
that.
another rainbow one real quick and put it on the.
I want to
on
put a
the
rainbow
door.
flag in the front. So we're probably going to end up doing that. I'm not much about the whole rainbow thing or whatever, or I used to not be. I was just very like, I don't care. Now, because of everything that's happening, I feel like, okay, I rather just embrace it, do a little, more, and give the power that it deserves. But yeah, I think we should do that in the front. Just kind of keep all the people away.
It would be less data taken up on our cameras.
Yes. So, and then another thing that we saw is this show. It's a season 2 of Nobody Wants This.
Oh yeah, that's another one. I
Man,
forgot.
it was so good.
So
The
good.
first season made me cry a lot for some reason. I don't know. I'm a very emotional person when it comes to stuff like this, so I get in my feels a lot. And the season 2 did not disappoint. It was so good. I love Kristen Bell.
My favorite character, honestly, is the sister. I
Mine
love
too.
her.
She's
Morgan,
so
right?
cute.
That's her
Yeah,
name.
Morgan.
I love her.
Yeah,
Her and the brother.
I think her, yeah, the brother and the brother's wife. Yeah.
Oh yes, the brothers. Wife
Yeah,
too.
so
they're all really good characters.
they honestly, yeah, they are. It's a really good series. Watch it if you haven't. We binge watched it in one day, which is really bad for us because
But
should
we had
give
a
it
weekend
time.
off, so
I think that's why, because we
Yeah.
had a weekend off, so we were able to like
just kind of zombied out on the
binge.
sofa. Yeah.
So the thing with my babe now is like we watch like 1-2 episodes and it's like, okay, let's play Fortnite. And then
We take a little break, and then we take a break and go back to the TV show.
and then I feel like he's like being anxious, like I want to tell him, let's play Fortnite.
Another thing we saw real quick, we're kind of just going through all of them so we can get them out of our way. We also saw a new movie with Keira Knightley on Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
She's been yanking out some really good shows and series and movies on Hulu and Netflix. But this one is based on a book called The Woman in Cabin 10. So she's a journalist. She gets invited to do like a cover piece on some like a bunch of this billionaire who has a yacht and invites all these other billionaires, and it kind of just snowballs into that. So she sees something happen in the cabin next to her, which is cabin 10. She reports it, but apparently nobody is staying in cabin 10. They can't find any trace of it. So she starts digging around, and she finds a lot of cool, interesting things. And yeah, it was a really good like kind of murder mystery thriller, if you want to call it that.
Yes, it was
Keira
good.
Knightley is a really
It
good
had a
actress. So I
twist.
love her.
It had a good twist.
Yeah, it had a really good twist.
to it, and we were both like, oh,
Like, what the heck?
yeah, it was a good one. I really liked that one. Movie that we saw at the theaters, just kind of narrowing down what we've seen, recommendations for you guys. Regretting You. I had to drag my babe to watch that movie.
I
with
wasn't
me.
sure if I wanted to watch it, but
It was a cute movie.
I liked it.
Yeah. It was with McKenna Grace, Dave Franco, and then I don't want to say his name wrong, but it's little boy from Black Phone
Phone.
and How
not
to
so
Train Your
little
Dragon.
anymore.
and then the mom from Megan. But McKenna Grace, I feel she was so good.
She's so pretty. She's so grown up already.
So grown up. I feel like we obviously we kind of like saw her grow up, but I feel like she was always a kid to me. And then all of a sudden it's like, whoa, like you're a teen already. But she's so pretty. And I think they were rumors that the people like the fans wanted her for Rapunzel. And I
I
think
can
she would
totally
be
see it, guys.
a really good
Yeah, for
Rapunzel.
sure. So Disney, keep an eye on her.
No, I hope that she
And she's going to be in the new Hunger Games book.
Hunger Games
Yeah, for sure.
movie. Yeah. So I think she plays Hamige's like partner. What is it called? The tribute, like from
the
not the
female
tribute.
tribute from District 12.
Yeah. So I think that she's gonna be.
I can't think of
there.
the name right now, but yes. And last but not least, I believe we saw both the original and the new one of the Hand That Rocks the Cradle.
Oh yeah.
I've
I was
always
like, what?
loved the Hand That Rocks the Cradle movie when I was a little kid. Like my mom would watch it and we'd watch it, and that was such a good movie. Like the lady played such a good villain. And then the new one, we were like, how is it going to be? Whatever. So we started watching it, and it was genuinely such a good movie.
It was a good movie.
Totally different storyline. Everything was like more modern and whatever, but obviously it still had she becomes a nanny, and she's trying to mess with the family, and this one was like a really good purpose to it
Yes,
too.
it was a completely different story.
Yeah.
Which
Had a
I
good twist.
totally love that they did that, because I thought it was going to be the same storyline,
too.
which is normally what you'd expect. Not with this one. There was a whole history behind
Yeah,
them
like
and
a
all of
long
that,
history.
and it was honestly, it was great. I give it a 10 out of 10.
for
to be
sure.
honest.
So
It was
those are
great.
our weekly recommendations as far as
Weekly
series, TV shows on streaming, and movie theater.
Movie theaters.
Yeah.
So I was invited to this. I don't know. It's. I don't know if it's a panel. It's not a podcast, but it's like a panel of 8 people, and they're on their fourth season. And this season they are discussing different haunted locations. The twist here
From
is
our
that
area.
from our local, like our local haunted locations. Excuse me. So the twist here is that every time we cover each location, we are filming at that set location. This time we filmed.
You guys started off with a bang.
We did.
Yeah.
We started off with a pretty good one. So there's this famous one here, or famous locally here, called Toluca Ranch, and
Sorry, I thought you were holding her hand.
like this.
Yeah. With her, no, like this, like Cynthia Erivo and
Our
Ariana Grande
pinkies, our little pinkies.
holding space. To look ranch.
Oh, like this, like that. Toluca Ranch. So it was. I've never been there.
Which is in Progreso, Texas. Close.
Yeah.
Like literally a block from the border. A block.
Like an hour away from us, a block from the border, to cross to Mexico, literally. And it was getting there. I was so nervous, not so much for the place itself, but because of what
to expect.
What to expect, like with all these people that I didn't know. I feel like it went great, but once I was there, I got more nervous because of the place. Because when I saw everything, and I'm like, it kind of was giving me the heebie-jeebies. But then like stuff started happening, not to me, but to my babe, which I will pass that to him so he can explain.
So mind you guys, let me set it up really quickly for you. If there were no production lights there, it would be pitch black. It's all a gated area, or a big property that's all gated. There's a super long driveway, dirt driveway. Then you get to the house. It literally looks like it could be, I don't know, It House, Haunted House, Annabelle House. Like you get the vibes. And then next to it on the other property, which we did not have access to because that one was fenced in on its own.
It was, right?
And
Okay.
boarded up because I guess they don't allow that one.
Uh-huh.
It's a church. So nothing around. Everybody's parked like in the middle of the darkness, nothing but fields. The 8 panelists in front of me, in front of the house, me, the wife of one of the other panelists, and the 2 production people handling the cameras and mics and all that stuff were behind the lights. I'm already here on the side. It was already kind of close to the end of the filming or whatever. And then all of a sudden, clear as day, I heard a voice, a guy's voice, a man's voice, like a deep voice, say something, but I just can't freaking remember what they said. And then I just looked up really quickly over, like on the right side of myself, up, because that's where I heard it, like up. There's like a food truck, but it was turned off. It was closed. It was shut down. Nobody was there. It felt like that person would have been on top of there and kind of just whispered at me. I heard it. I looked up, and then I turned over and quickly looked at the wife of the man next to me. And she wasn't like right next to me. She was like maybe a yard,
a chair
like
away.
a chair, 2
Yeah.
chairs, 3 chairs away from me. So, we weren't like right next to each other. She was already looking at me, and she had this face with her eyes like wide open. She's like, "You heard that too, right?" And I'm like, "Yes." And then as soon as I agreed, like my head to toe, I got nothing but like goosebumps and chills. And I'm obviously super hairy. So all my leg hair, chest hair, arm hair. And I told my baby, this is when I know it was kind of something happened, because even my beard, like I never have goosebumps where my beard gets all prickly, and it was super prickly. And then a big old cold rush hit my body. And I was like, what the heck was that? And I got up, and me and her and I, we started like kind of looking around the area, and they were talking, and we're just like, something's going on. And they were like, what? So we kind of distracted them. Mind you, I hadn't gone inside the house, even though a lot of them took little tours before it started. I wanted to, I was curious, but somebody told me it's really hot and stuffy and it smells, and I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna enjoy that. And then my baby was like, you go ahead, I'm not gonna go. So I didn't go inside. So there was like no quote unquote reason for that to have been experienced.
Yeah.
Right before all that had happened, I didn't hear anything, didn't see anything, didn't feel anything. It was a really chill, super calm,
It was super
like
chill.
relaxing environment before they started filming, and we were just kind of chit-chatting and minding their business. And then you guys were filming. I was recording behind the scene footage for my babe, and nothing was going on. And all of a sudden that happened, and I just kind of I told my babe, I didn't get scared. It was more like caught off guard, surprise, shock kind of feeling. But yeah, it was kind of freaky.
I know that's so. It was. Then after that, we kind of wrapped up the show literally, almost immediately
Yeah, like maybe
after that
5 minutes
happened.
after that happened.
As soon as we wrapped, everybody, or almost more than half of the people were there, like, okay, we gotta go, bye.
Yeah, and we felt
Including
that
us,
because we left the production team, which was like just 4 people, to pick up
to
everything.
pick up everything.
We picked up some chairs and everything, and I feel like both of us wanted to continue helping them.
Yeah.
But at the same time, since everybody was just like kind of rushing to their cars, we're like, we don't
We're
want to
like,
stay behind.
we gotta go. Bye.
And mind you, guys,
Yeah.
the dirt road to get to the dirt road is pretty long and super dark.
Yes, and I
Yeah.
feel like if we, it was, I felt safer going
The
like
group?
behind with the group that was leaving, because the people that were staying there, they still wanted to go inside the house.
Oh,
and all
yeah,
that.
that's right.
I was
No,
like,
thank you.
yeah, I'm not gonna do that. That's not my journey. I'm good out here. So last week we were saying all these Mexican folklore and all that, and then I mentioned a few stories that we had seen, which I've seen like in ghost story books, and I've heard audiobooks on like YouTube and stuff. So this week we wanted to kind of share different short ghost stories with you guys, like read some short stories with you guys, and which is perfect for me because my baby doesn't like to hear scary stories when
Mind
it's
you,
night.
he's trying to tell me this at 2 a.m. when we're going to bed. I'm like, go to sleep, you psycho.
I'm going to start with a really short one. And these are, I feel like some of these are, they submit them like to, different publishing companies, and a lot of them, the majority or all of them, I want to say all of them are fictional, obviously. But they're good. I feel like it's something that if you want to have a little campfire, say ghost stories with your friends, family, or kids, I think it's a good way to do it. So this one is called "Who's in My Bed." A father went to say goodnight to his 7-year-old son, very well knowing that if he didn't, his son would have trouble sleeping. It was a nightly routine between them. He entered the dimly lit room where his son waited under his blanket. With the first glance, the father could tell there was something unusual about his son tonight, but couldn't put his finger on it. He looked the same, but had a grin that drew from ear to ear.
Smile.
"You okay, buddy?" Father asked. The son nodded, still with a grin, before saying, "Daddy, check for monsters under my bed." The father chuckled a bit before going on his knees to check under to satisfy his son. There, under the bed, pale and afraid, was his son, his real son. He whispered, "Daddy, there's someone on my bed."
Oh, spooky.
That was a good one, right?
Yeah, for us. This one is called The Cabin. A hiker decided to go on a hike by himself, something he was not very used to. The whole day was normal. Trees and bushes engulfed his surroundings. He enjoyed being outdoors in the mountains. Nothing seemed strange to him. That was until he was making his way back to his car. He figured an 8-hour hike was good enough. The sky was already getting dark and he needed to get back fast. What was odd was how much he didn't realize the trail back. He began to panic. Night had already taken over, and all he had was a flashlight and no clue on how to get back. He knew it was already too late and too dangerous to keep going through the forest. He began to worry that he would have no shelter for the night when, almost luckily enough, he stumbled across a broken down cabin. It was dark and it seemed like no one had visited in years, but he knew it was the only place where he could rest until daylight, especially since his flashlight was running out of battery. He knocked on the door a few times, but no one answered, so he let himself in where, strangely enough, a perfect bed fitted for one person awaited him in the center. He knew that if the owner came back, he could explain himself. He was sure that the owner wouldn't mind, or was even probably dead. So he went ahead and got himself comfortable in the bed. As he tried to sleep, he couldn't ignore the collection of paintings around the room, portraits of strange-looking people all peering at him, each wearing a smile that sent chills up his spine. Not too long after this, exhaustion from the hike got the best of him, and he was able to ignore the faces. The next morning, he got up early and was shocked to see that there was no paintings around the room, but windows. What the heck?
What the
So
hell?
that means that those people were looking
We're
at
just
him.
staring at him.
Ooh,
Oh my
creepy.
god!
That reminds you
Oh,
of
I got chills.
that reminds you of the movie, The Watchers.
Oh,
with,
yeah.
Dakota Fanning.
This one's short. It's called A Mother's Call. A daughter was in her room upstairs doing her homework. Then suddenly she heard her mother call to come down for dinner. She jumped into her feet and began making her way towards the stairs. But before she took a step, hands grabbed her and pulled her back into the laundry room beside the staircase. She panicked before realizing it was her mother, her real mother, eyes watery and bloodshot. Don't go downstairs, honey. I heard it too. Oy! Ah! Okay,
That was
reading
it?
on. Yeah.
Oh
it's a
my god,
short
that was
one.
quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good one. It kind of gives me the chills.
This one is called The Puppy in the Basement. Mommy told me never to go to the basement, but I wanted to see what was making the noise. It kind of sounded like a puppy, and I wanted to see the puppy. So I opened the basement door and tiptoed down a bit. I didn't see a puppy, and then Mommy yanked me out of the basement and yelled at me. Mommy had never yelled at me before, and it made me sad, and I cried. Then Mommy told me never to go into the basement again, and she gave me a cookie. That made me feel better. So I didn't ask her why the boy in the basement was making noises like a puppy, or why he had no hands or feet.
What the heck?
What the heck?
What the?
That is so creepy.
That is. Okay. Ah!
And that's enough.
Fine. That's enough. Okay. I'm going to do one last one, but this is more because last week or the week before, I think it was last week, I had mentioned about the girl with the green scarf, but it's actually a green ribbon around her neck. So I wanted to find that story so I actually tell you guys what it was. So it says, the green ribbon. There once was a girl named Jenny. She was like, and it was Jenny, remember. She was like all other girls, except for one thing. She always wore a green ribbon around her neck. There was a boy named Alfred in her class. Alfred liked Jenny, and Jenny liked Alfred. One day he asked her, "Why do you wear that ribbon all the time?" "I cannot tell you," said Jenny. But Alfred kept asking, "Why do you wear it?" And Jenny would say, "It's not important." Jenny and Alfred grew up and fell in love. One day they got married. After their wedding, Alfred said, "Now that we are married, you must tell me about the green ribbon." "You still must wait," said Jenny. "I will tell you the right time when the right time comes." Years passed. Alfred and Jenny grew old. One day, Jenny was very sick. The doctor told her she was dying. Jenny called Alfred to her side. "Alfred," she said, "now I can tell you about the green ribbon. Untie it, and you will see why I could not tell you before." Slowly and carefully, Alfred untied the ribbon, and Jenny's head fell off.
What the hell? That's a good one.
That's a good one. And that I've known since like elementary. So that was a good one. Guys, I think we had pretty good stories. Look at them patting themselves on the back. I only had a brain. I'm so obsessed with these costumes, honestly. I keep looking at my face in the screen and I can't like stop. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I feel bad for being so vain. I'm so happy it's Halloween week, and so what we're doing for Halloween is, I think we had mentioned a little bit because we weren't sure what we were gonna do, but we are going to spend it with our family. Our family's coming over. My sister, my cousin, my mom, and I think some friends of ours are coming. And so I don't know. We play Fortnite with them. So I don't know if they are, but we're gonna pass out candy, and these are gonna be our costumes. Either these or Toy Story. Might be able to choose.
Yeah, I think we're gonna stick with these guys.
Yeah, I love them. Other than that, that is it for today's episode.
And thank you guys so much for watching our video. Make sure you give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to click the bell to get a notification every time we upload a new video, whether it's a vlog,
a podcast episode, which our episodes come out every Tuesday. And then we put different vlogging episodes vlogging videos throughout the week, vlogging
And shorts.
and shorts. So make sure you guys watch them and
let us know which one was your favorite costume. If you've been watching the podcast this month, we had 4 different costumes this month.
Yeah.
It was the peanut butter and jelly, the Shrek and Lord Farkov, Buzz and Woody, and of course today is the Tin Man and Scarecrow.
And what I was gonna say, trying to interrupt you, was that I'm sad that we're not doing costumes anymore. Like these, it was just like 4 costumes. Like, oh man! But I
Maybe
was
for
happy.
Christmas we can do something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, you're coming back. And she's like, no way.
No.
Oh, this is our last episode with Miss Ribby Spears. Say bye.
Thank you.
She's gonna go back to Kansas. And thank you for joining us. Guys, if you made it this far, make sure you guys put some mics in the comments and let us know maybe some ghost stories. We love to hear them. And I think I might be vlogging this behind the scenes for the second location because it's coming on Tuesday. So I'm not sure, depending on
check out the one for Toluca Ranch on the channel. And that way you can see what he was talking about.
It's like, I think it's a video before this. So it's a pretty good video. It's a pretty good vlog behind the scenes, mostly by my babe. So it was pretty good. Big round of applause for him. But we will talk to you guys soon. Bye.
You have a good happy Halloween. Be careful, have a lot of candy, and have fun.
Inspect your candy, be safe on the streets, and take care of your kids.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.